Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous SysView from scratch. Well, we're going to go out to the crater and load up some raw materials. And raw materials are much easier with the HOTAS. Everything's much easier with the HOTAS except for the manufacturing materials. Sys down. It's just faster to take the ship over to the crater than it is to run the SRV over there. Just easier. Sys alternate. Sys landing.
Landing gear retracted.
Sys zoom. Sys alternate. Get over the rim of that crater, mainly. Try not to hit it. Straighten up. Sys landing.
Landing gear deployed.
Sys alternate. Well, I do appreciate you coming along. I appreciate all those that have subscribed and watched our videos. We just need more of you. YouTube allows you to subscribe to 2,000 channels for free. Well, it's kind of hard, but it wasn't too bad. Sys alt. Let's see if we can go back. Sys alternate. See if we can just find us a spot. Sys alternate. Sys down.
Drive assist on. Low gravity warning.
Sys ship. It's a little easier out here. You don't have super tight turns that you have to try to do with this HOTAS, since doesn't work with the Reverb G2 controllers. Elite Dangerous doesn't. Some of the other games do, but Elite Dangerous has to allow for sys mode. Have to remember what voice commands I need to be using. Like I've always said, the most important thing is to learn your controllers. And when you have to learn new controllers, is this Scoop? It's not so simple. But the most important things are credits, materials, and upgrading your modules, your ship modules, through the engineers. So those are very important things. And that's the things that we're trying to actually do. Let it roll into us. Okay. And then in the middle of things, if they require you to learn new controllers, Sisu, if Elite Dangerous would make the G2 controllers work, I'd probably try it. Now I'd have to sync all the commands, and so that don't sound real good. So maybe I would stay with the HOTAS, I don't know. And probably by the time that you watch this video, I will have Half-Life Alice. And my routine, I'm trying to get a hold of a copy at a discount. Yeah, one of those discount sites that have them for like half price, that you run a risk, of course. CJS CD Keys, I'm trying to work with them right now for a half price version. And since it probably won't be my favorite game, now they say in VR, it is pretty sweet. That's what people say. Especially with the HP Reverb G2, they say it is really nice. Well, I want to find out. And at half price, I think I could do that. If I can make all this work. Feel like I'm vacuuming sometimes. It's kind of like that. But like I mentioned before and on other videos, YouTube allows you, the viewer, to subscribe to 2,000 channels for free. And we just need one of those free ones. We've been doing this now for over a year. And we have just over 200 subscribers, where YouTube requires that we have 1,000. That's a whole year, and we only have 1/5. We need more of your help, and it's free. And underneath the video to the far left, you see our YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where you can watch more of those 1,300 plus videos. And now we have No Man's Sky and Subnautica and Ultimate Fishing Simulator. Well, we've done them in the past too, but started them up again. And by the time you see this video, we should have Half-Life Alyx working. Possibly. Like I said, there's no guarantees in all this, but we're working toward it. Not because I don't get support. I have to play it pretty cheap, so I have to look for cheap copies of stuff. And since everybody's talking about how great that is, might even have to try to get Flight Simulator cheap to look into that. If this one works, I might see what they same site will have Flight Simulator for. Well, there's not any, and usually when there's not any, we go back toward the center. And if you would, look underneath the video in the description, you see ways to donate and join our Patreon, find our fleet carrier, and add tritium to its fuel tank. And yes, I'm getting a little bit bored with Elite Dangerous, and that's why I started up the other games again. I usually do that when I start getting a little bored with it. Because I've started from scratch like 4 times, I think, now. Something like that. And I need a little change of pace. Now we're still doing, as of the recording of this video, we're still doing a couple of Elite Dangerouses per day. Can't promise anything, how many. That might go to 1 at some point, but we'll probably keep making it go, because I do like Elite Dangerous. They aggravate, the company aggravates me, Frontier, sometimes. But, you know, I do like the game for the most part. There's a few things that aggravate me, but to set back the distribution of the SRVs, or it doesn't spin so easily. There's some more. Let's do a loop to see if there's any stronger signals, since we got a signal. And they're starting to respawn. Some that away. And I was watching a podcast, and they were talking about some VR games, and because I'm really into VR, and they said, yeah, Elite Dangerous takes about 3 to 10 hours of just memorizing the controls, just trying to get the hang of things. And I mean, it's been about 1.5 years since I started, from nothing, where I knew nothing. Yeah, I did bug my son about it a lot. Watched a whole lot of videos about it, because it wasn't coming to me too fast. Yeah, that's probably about right, 3 to 10 hours. Had to die a couple of times, but then I started figuring it out. And now it's like riding a bicycle, even though I've had to learn new controllers with Thrustmaster HOTAS. But I do like Elite Dangerous. I mean, I do rant at times and about interdictions and stuff like that. But even through the interdictions, I like playing it. Not saying I like the interdictions, by all means. No, don't get me wrong. I think you know me better than that. I hate the interdictions, but I don't see that they're going away anytime soon. I think we got them all. See if there's any closer ones. There's some back this way. We just need to fill up as much as we can. And we've pretty much filled up the main account, the one with Fleet Carrier, with its materials. And our From Scratch series, this is the From Scratch 2, we filled up pretty good on that one. Well, I tried to slow down, but they do that on purpose, I'm sure. Make them dynamic, or and come over that cliff, and there's a huge boulder for that obstacle course of the game. Now, Half-Life Alyx, that's not my game style, but they just talk about how great the graphics are, and you know, you can touch everything, and some of the alien goo and all that stuff. They say it's just so amazing. And yeah, I'm kind of into amazing. If I could get it cheap enough, and they want like $60 for this thing, and I found some, like I said, at that CJS CD Keys, which doesn't have the greatest reputation, but they have a lot of good reviews too. Have it for like $28 US dollars. Now, that's not the key. It is the game on a preloaded Steam account. Now, I'm going to want them to transfer that Steam account to my email address. So we'll see how all that works, but I mean, for $28 for Half-Life Alyx, and where it runs between 44 and 60 on Steam, I thought it was a good risk to take. See if I could get all of you to support me with views and free subscriptions. I could probably get the game for free, but I'm kind of a nobody when it comes to the game maker, so I need those subscriptions. Would really help us out, and the views, where we could get more support from these hardware and software companies, or we could bring more to you. But even though Half-Life Alyx is probably not going to be my type game, you know, it could. I mean, a lot of you might like to see just normal gameplay in it, especially those that are into VR like me. But I have a HP Reverb G2 now. I like it. It's at least 50% better resolution than the Rift S. Just what I can see through the headset, not what it claims. I don't care about what it claims. I mean, what does it look like? And yeah, it looks like about 50% better than the Rift S. Kind of wish I still was able to use the controllers. But eventually, I'll get really used to this HOTAS and it'll be better. See, we got some back that way. Let's go toward this one. Let's see what we're doing on time. Yeah, we're getting close. We'll go ahead and check this one out. We like to do about 20 to 30 minutes, somewhere in there, per video. And then I'll see if I've got the Steam account that it has Half-Life Alyx in it. So still got another one over here. Well, again, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll come along again. Kind of keeping them short because I'll be checking in on that Half-Life Alyx. And I'll probably play a little bit without. I might do some first looks where I look like a total fool playing it because I know nothing about it. So I do appreciate it. And the next, well, this one's pretty close. I might do that one. And then we might close this one out and check on that Half-Life Alyx. Let's see, unless they're on top of us, this will probably be it. Again, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you come along again. Until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Sysmenu.